Yo, what's going on? It's
Yo,
another episode, the Man to Man Pod Overreaction Monday, week 3. We got a lot of
we
good stuff
back.
to talk about today. Today,
Rough week for my picks, man. Rough week.
man. I'm going back looking at them. Was tripping on what I honestly wasn't tripping on that Giants and Niners joint. This is my thinking. Had a whole lot of players down.
Whole lot. You don't supposed to win an NFL game, but you got that many guys down, bro.
A whole lot of guys down. They was going back playing in the stadium where two of their key guys, well, I think it was 3 guys that got injured on that same field. So I was like, maybe the mental psyche might have not been there, whatever the case may be. And I just thought the Giants, were going to come out and play better. But hats off to the Niners, man. Next man up on numerous, all around the board.
It was next team. I heard somebody call them the 39ers. They said the 39ers put out there one. So but that's hats off to some great coaching, man.
Yeah.
And like you said, guys stepping up. You know what I mean? Everybody in that building, they in that building and on the team for a reason. It's hard. It's hard to be in that league, and we know it ain't no bums out there. So I was definitely disappointed with the Giants, man, with the effort. I went and watched the game. Just poor execution all around the field. But obviously, from top to bottom, 49ers is a better team right now. So a lot of work that need to be done, man.
For sure, man. Another I said it last week, I'm gonna say it this week again. Throw the fucking Falcons away. Throw them away, man.
Bruh, like I can't imagine like being a Falcons fan, man. Like what y'all been going through, man, for these cause just these last couple weeks alone, like bro, you blew what they done blown 2 16-point leads in the fourth quarter, or second half, something like that.
Yeah, man.
That's wild.
That's wild. That's wild.
Fitty rap. I definitely got that breakdown of X Roads picks coming. Let's talk about them Colts real quick, man.
Playing good ball out there.
Playing real good ball.
Playing good ball.
Bounced back.
Yeah, gave up 7 points to the Jets. I mean, they should have done that to the Jets, though.
Absolutely.
As in the league, you got to win the game you're supposed to win, and obviously they did that. But like you said, playing real good ball, defense playing really well. I'm excited to see what they continue to do throughout the year.
Yeah. So after week 1, a lot of people were ready to throw them away. You know what I mean? Like, dang, you come out lose to the Jags, Minshew go 19 for 20. But as you know, you can't go like Chuck used to say, can't ride the ebbs and flows of the season, man. You got to stay steady. Just get back to the drawing board, win, lose, or draw. Go and correct your mistakes. And obviously, I think their schedule helped a little bit. Having the Vikings, but the Vikings took Titans to the wire this past weekend. But you had the Vikings, and then you got the banged up, terrible ass Jets. They so horrible, man.
It's ugly.
They terrible, but they bounced back, man. They handled business, like you said, offensively, defensively. Eric Weddle told us a few episodes ago that Phillip Rivers was going to be balling this year. Yeah. And he's been doing it. He's been accurate, moving the ball up and down the field. And the defense, I think by the numbers, best defense in the league right now. So hats off to him. We're going to have Kenny Moore on the show this week too, man.
Yeah, hats off to the young boy. But like you said, man, I think that's a great equation to having a good season and going deep into the offs. You know what I'm saying? Like having a defense that's playing well, having a veteran quarterback that's able to put points on the board. That's that's an equation for winning football. So
yeah, take care of the ball. Everybody know what Phillip Rivers can do and what he's done in this league. He done thrown over 60,000 yards. Over 400 touchdowns. It always comes to Phillip, especially his last few years. Is he gonna throw those interceptions at big moments? You saw it in week 1. But that was the first week. Some crazy things happened, obviously, with this offseason. But he's been taking care of the ball, been accurate. I think going into last game, they were the only offense that hadn't had a 3 and out.
A 3 and out,
yeah. So as long as they keep them turnovers down and they keep doing what they're doing on defense, man, I definitely think they can win that division. And once you get in the playoffs, if you hot, you take care of the ball.
Anything can happen.
You pack that defense, anything can happen, man. So I'm looking forward to to these boys continue to ball.
Hey, let's go back to the Bears and Falcons real quick, man. Shout out to my boy Chris Long, man. I guess he going through it too, man. He had the Falcons too. He said the Falcons messed his money line up too, man.
Torrey Smith.
Man. Yeah, but he was like he was happy for his guy. His guy came in.
Nick Foles.
Yeah,
I can't even say what his nickname is. The Philly fans, man.
Hey, he came in and he did what he had to do. So, what you think about that? You know what I'm saying? Them benching, Trubisky.
Man, I'll be lying if I said I was shocked. You know what I mean? I feel like going into the draft, and I've never been and he's still young. Trubisky's young. He's still got time to mature and grow and get better. But I never was a fan of him, honestly. Even coming out of college, I thought he was overhyped. And I feel like they pumped him up, tried to fool us to think he was worth being the number 2 pick. Yeah. And then I think they did a lot of the same thing coming in this year. Oh, he had a great offseason. No preseason game. Nobody gets to see him. Great offseason, making great strides, really took control of the locker room. But I wasn't buying that shit, man. I don't think the locker room was. They brought Foles over there for a reason. And I was shocked, though, for them to be 2-0. And it wasn't like he was playing horrible. You know what I mean? It wasn't like they were winning because of him. But for them to be 2-0 and pull you starting quarterback, because in the NFL, it's hard to win games. Regardless, ugly, pretty, it's hard to win games. So for you to pull them after the first half, being 2-0, I mean, that was a ballsy decision, but paid off. And Nick Foles was announced the starter for the remainder of the season. So yeah, I'm not shocked by it, man. That's what Nick does, man.
He's a winner. He's a winner. Man, that's another game.
What do you got, man?
Another game, man. That was a real good game. The Rams and the Bills.
Man,
I had the Bills winning.
I had the Rams,
and I was watching the game, and the Bills got up on the Rams.
Got up big,
and the Rams fought back, and it was toe-to-toe all the way to the end. And now, obviously, talking about questionable call, pass interference call at the end of the game.
Horrible call.
I think it was maybe like 40 seconds, 30 seconds left in the game. Obviously, that's kind of what helped the Bills get the dub. But what you think of the game?
I mean, I tell you what, Josh Allen, the real deal, man. I wasn't high on him coming out in the draft either. I thought, strong arm, athletic kid, but I didn't think he would be what he is now. He's developed, he's gotten better. It looked like every week. He the real deal. And like you said, that call definitely helped him win the game, but he went out there and balled. McVay, the reason I picked the Rams coming into the game is because I wasn't completely sold on Josh Allen. And I'm definitely sold on him now. I was high on the Rams defense coming in, but Josh Allen kind of tore him up. But that was one of the games that could have went either way. Two good football teams, and I think they'll both be playoff teams, and fighting to contend towards the end. It was a good game, though. That was a good game.
A lot of good games on yesterday. A lot of tough matchups. Pats Raiders. I had the Raiders going in on this one, man. These are one of the games I kind of went out on the limb, like the Giants and the Niners. Watching the Raiders play, I like just their formula of football going into the week 3, running the football, defense playing fairly well, and just having momentum. So I went out on a limb on the Raiders, but Cam and the Patriots, man, they got it done.
Man, I wasn't the Patriots, man. They were a play away from beating the Seahawks. I knew Cam wasn't gonna come out and lose back to back. Raiders were kind of on a high, after beating New Orleans. And in that game, Waller took over, dominated the game we talked about it. He dominated the game from start to finish. One thing we know about Belichick is You're not gonna come in and beat them with you ain't gonna beat them with your right hand. You got to beat them left-handed. So we're gonna take away your best weapon, and somebody else got to beat us. And the other guys couldn't do it. And then Cam and that offense kind of ran them out of the building. So I thought that game would be a little closer, but the Pats handled business.
No, they definitely did. Like you said, Bill Belichick and that defense, man, they had Waller, man. They had eyes on him.
Yeah.
And like you said, the game he had previously against the Saints, they weren't gonna let him get off again. So, but I think it'd be another, two good teams throughout the season, man. I think they both gonna go. Obviously, Raiders, they got the Chiefs in their divisions. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see.
Yep. We already talked about the Colts, Jets, Chargers, Panthers.
Man, I had the. We both had the Chargers. Yep. Yeah, we both had the Chargers. Young fella, stepping in, trying to do what he do. But the Panthers played well.
Played good.
Yeah, they played really well.
Dante Jackson, another pick.
Yeah, young boy Mike Davis, man, played. Did pretty well for the. Coming in, stepping in for McCaffrey.
He played well, man. Teddy B, I watched Teddy B on film last week against the Bucks. He looked good, and that team is coming along. Trey Boston, actually, he was a guest on the show. Actually, he should have had a pick six. I had to hit him on Twitter about that. He definitely should have had a pick six. But Teddy B and the Panthers came out and handled business. Who else we got? Titans won a nail bite over the Vikings.
Yeah,
Fauci, he probably made 4 or 5 field goals throughout the game, so he's back.
Good to see that.
Good to see him back, man. Former teammate, great dude. Who else we had?
The Bucks and Broncos. I had to hit my man. I had to hit my man D Butt, and this was an honest question. I was like, bro, what did you see going to this game, thinking that the Broncos was gonna be the Bucks? And it wasn't no joking. It was an honest question. Like shit, you might know something I don't know.
What you was thinking with this Broncos pick, bro? Middle of the game. I'm like, I really thought, like I said, I watched that Bucks Panthers game, and I just didn't see it from the Bucks offense. They didn't look good, but I completely forgot Chris Godwin was out there. Him being out there definitely made a difference, but that Broncos team didn't look ready. Driscoll fooled me. He had a nice little second half against the Steelers last week. Fooled me though. Obviously, Bucks was clearly the better team. I think they're kind of catching their groove, catching their stride. Bunch of new pieces. Obviously, the GOAT at the helm. We know what BA brings to the table. Leftwich as well. They got a great staff of coaches, man. So I was tripping with that pick. I was tripping, just straight up tripping. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. So Bucks handled business as they should have. I don't even want to talk about that one, man. Damn.
It be like that sometimes.
It be like that.
We got the Lions and the Cardinals. This was a surprising one for me. I think we both had the Cardinals.
Kyler played bad yesterday, man. He played sloppy.
Yeah, and then a lot of injuries, man. My man Buddha, man. Buddha Baker got to have thumb surgery. Speedy recovery. Yeah, speedy recovery. I don't think he's gonna miss too much time. You can get that. Do whatever he got to do. Put a cast on that thing and get back out there.
Yeah, put some screws, some plates in there, and yap. You already know how it go. But that kind of caught me off guard. I didn't think the Lions was gonna be able to beat them, but any given Sunday, Galladay was back too, so that paid huge dividends for him.
And it's crazy with the Lions, man. They one play away from being 2-1, really. Young boy make that catch. That was the first game of the week, first game of the year. They'll be sitting at 2-1 right now. So, keep an eye out on it. Oh, I forgot Adrian Peterson with the he got the old head still rocking.
Old head still getting it.
22 carries, 75 yards.
But you can't. In this league, you gotta take care of the ball.
You do.
Kyler, he was just. I don't know if the DB, the coverages were confusing him, but he was throwing. I mean, he threw 3. He could have threw 5. He was just kind of. It was sloppy, man. I think his center was out. Center was hurt. I know Kirk was out as well, but guys got to step up. Got to play better than that for sure.
Yeah.
Who else we had, man?
The Cowboys, Seahawks.
Hey, man. I tell you what, Cowboys lost, but Dak showing every week, man, why he deserved his money, man. Why they should have paid him. Yeah, he outplaying everybody else that got paid on that damn roster. They still didn't get this money. Obviously, it wasn't enough. I think they lost 37-30. But what you thought about that game, man?
Good game, like you said, good game. I think you hit on the head. You know, Dak is showing he is deserving of a top contract, big money contract. It's crazy, man. I just got on the phone with my boy Alden Smith, man, and he's leading the league in sacks, man. Good to see that, man. Great story, but Cowboys also a good Seahawks team, man. Seahawks, they're playing well right now on both sides of the ball. Cowboys putting up 31. A good matchup. They always play each other tough whenever they do play.
Yep. Facts. They've been letting Russ cook. Hey, and them weapons that Russ got out there, man. DK, he looking like a stupid. He should have had 2 touchdowns. He pulled the Leon Lett. And the young boy Diggs made a big time heads up play, punching the ball out right before the goal line. But Russ, man, he got to be right up in the top of the MVP conversation. Man, there's a lot of guys playing good ball right now. He up in the top of that list for me. That defense got to get better though, man. That defense in Seattle got to get better. Definitely in Dallas. I know we probably got some Dallas fans in here, but that defense. Got it. That's why I picked the Seahawks in that game because I didn't think that their secondary could keep up with
they secondary. Yeah, they secondary. They got to pull it together. Yeah. The Sunday night game. Good game. Packers and Saints.
Good game. I picked the Packers. They came through.
I had the Packers as well.
I feel like what's up with Breeze, man? I feel like he's scared to let that. I know everybody talking about how the ball is not going down the field, but I'm like watching him throw check down after check down after check down. Like that was, I don't know. I feel like something may be up there. I don't know. We're gonna see. I don't know. I don't want to say. I don't know, bro. Maybe something with that shoulder or something. I don't know, bro.
You gonna see Jameis?
I doubt it. Unless he hurt. But I tell you one thing though, Jameis get in there.
He gonna let that thing fly.
He gonna slang that bit. That's for sure.
He gonna let it fly.
That's for sure. Taysom Hill tricked off the church's money. Don't y'all ever compare him to Lamar Jackson again.
Yeah. Ever. Somebody say he's the highest paid special teams player.
Tight end, running back. I mean, he definitely a weapon.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
He definitely a weapon. Sure. But Kamara showed why he was worth every penny. I feel like Breeze threw the ball to him. There was 2 minute right before when they scored right before the half. Emmanuel Sanders ended up scoring. Kamara had to have 4 or 5 catches just on that drive alone.
Yeah. He's he's definitely somebody that you need on the offensive side of the ball. Caliber player that he is, with the production that he can, all the things that he can do for you. You know what I mean? Running the ball, catching the ball, the yards after catch.
Matchup problem.
Oh yeah, he is.
Was that all the Sunday games?
That's all the Sunday games, man. Overreaction Monday. No. We didn't touch on the 2 games we didn't touch on.
Bengals.
The Eagles and Bengals, and also the Texans and the Steelers.
Yeah, so starting off with the Eagles-Bengals, man. I said it yesterday on Twitter. I'm going to say it again. By week 8, Jalen Hurts will be a starting quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles. That Carson, we talked about turning the ball over. The Carson Wentz shit ain't working no more, man. It ain't working. You can't take care of the ball, man. The fumbles, the picks. There's no way in hell you should be coming out with a tie against the Bengals. I picked them to win that game.
I had the Bengals to win.
You had the Bengals winning?
I had the Bengals winning. Man. And they was up. It was in the dark. I just don't believe it. At this point, man, I just don't believe in the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just not playing really good ball right now. And not to say the Bengals are, but I just picked the Bengals to win. I like the young quarterback, man. He's gonna be something serious. Joe Burrow. He's gonna be serious. Tyler Boyd had a good game.
Yep, boy went off
10 of them things for 125.
Yeah, he was out there hooping, man. Who else we had? That Pittsburgh
Texans.
Pittsburgh Houston game. That Houston boy
They
was
0-3
0-3. I mean, they had some tough teams out the gate. I
out
give them
there.
that. They started out with the Chiefs, then you went to the Ravens, then you got the Steelers. So some tough teams out the gate. Yeah. But I just not seeing enough, man. Just not seeing enough. Billy O, D. Watt, David Johnson. He's disappointing right now after the first game. I'm like, oh, David Johnson back. He's back. You know what I mean? Thought he was gonna add a whole new element to that offense. We'll see, man. I know he's talented, but we gotta see more production on Sundays, man.
That D Hop, man, that's gonna hurt.
It's gonna hurt.
That's gonna hurt.
It's gonna hurt. There was some rumors saying that the Texans were the most interested team in Antonio Brown. I don't know how true that is, but
they need to make something happen.
They need all the help they can get.
Yeah,
I ain't wishing for him. I ain't the same division as my coach, so I ain't tripping. But yeah, this game tonight though, I think we both got the Ravens.
We both got the Ravens. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good matchup. I'm gonna give me a nice little cocktail, sit down, man, and enjoy this one.
Yeah, that's a fact.
A true fan.
Might give me a Cutwater can cocktail. Might give me one, man. Happy with a night.
So
it should be a shootout. I like Baltimore's defense. That's why I went with Baltimore. I like their defense. I had to choose a defense to get a stop when it counts. I'm gonna go with Baltimore, especially after adding Calais and Queen on the defensive side of the ball. And then Lamar. Lamar looks like he's gotten better after a MVP year. Mm-hmm. So I'm going with them Ravens tonight, man.
I'm with you too, man. Like you said, the Baltimore, I feel as though they'll be able to get pressure on Mahomes. And then on the back end, you got some playmakers for Baltimore on the back end. So we'll see. I think it'll be a good matchup either way. I think, Pat, he's gonna have a good game. He's gonna do what he does, and it's gonna be one of them games you can just sit down and you can just enjoy. So
facts.
Looking forward to it.
Yes, sir. Hey, don't forget about these Heat, though. I forgot. Ooh, can you feel heat down in your soul?
The Lakers in 5.
I feel the heat down in my soul.
The Lakers in 5. The Lakers in 5. And then, so hold on. Let's talk about this. You said we was going to talk about it, right? So, LeBron, the best player on the planet right now, huh?
Best player in the world, hands down.
The world.
Who the hell was about that?
I think you had said something about Kawhi not too long ago. Weeks back.
Kawhi in Cancun, man. I'm not talking about nobody in Cancun. Nobody in all right. So all right. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I was tripping. I was probably tripping off some Cutwaters, but I was tripping. At the time, in the moment, I felt like Kawhi was the best player in basketball. Never thought he was like resume wise, he was better than LeBron. He's, in my opinion, he's the GOAT. Taking him over MJ, I'm taking him over Kobe, all that. LeBron the GOAT.
Taking him over MJ?
Yeah, I'm taking him over MJ for sure, man. That shit back in the 90s, that shit was watered down. He had the best team, best coaches. He did what he was supposed to do. Dominant player, great player. He's second on my list. He won B. I won't put him second. He won B.
He won B. I respect that. I respect that.
He won B.
Nah, LeBron is that guy, man. 17 years in, doing what he's doing, man. Been in the finals 10 years in a row. I hear the arguments as far as, the games that he's lost, the series that he lost in the final, but to be able to go 10 years in a row, and you just see the impact that he has on the organization and the team everywhere he goes. And then I always say, like, just look at the teams when he leaves, how their production drops dramatically. You know what I mean? So it just speaks volume of the type of impact that he has on the team. So,
but yeah, we're gonna have a whole episode. Who you taking game 1? Lakers.
Game 1, I'm taking Lakers. I'm taking the Lakers game 1. Yeah.
I'm going to Heat game 1. Lakers always start off, they always come out. I'm going to Heat game 1. Definitely taking Heat in series. Heat in 6. Going to Heat game 1.
Yeah, got Lakers in 5. Lakers
Jimmy
in 5.
Butler.
You got Bron and AD, man. I can't do nothing with that.
I'm taking Bam over AD in that matchup every day of the week because Bam got heart. AD heart. That shit Kool-Aid, man. I'm straight.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see. We
All right,
gonna
what we
see,
got,
man. Let's get to these questions, man. Let's get to these questions, man. We got some good questions for this week. We can start off with scroll up to the top. A lot of good questions. You already talked about you breaking down. Good question. Good Fitz Magic might beat this. Right here, Jack Clark. Good Fitz Magic in Miami beat this Falcons team. I see it. I don't believe in the Falcons, man. I see it. So
I'm with you. I'm right there with you. Julio will be back next week. Will Byron Jones be back? I don't know. I actually second guessed my Falcons pick going into it because Julio was out. He was ruled out. And then AJ Terrell was ruled out as well.
Didn't I text you about that?
Yeah.
I was like, man, I think I might want to switch my pick, but
yeah, I don't know. That's gonna come down to the wire. Fitzmagic just beat me last week. It's gonna come down to the wire, man. We won't even need to talk about the Falcons no more, man. Who else we got, man?
This is a good one. At what Van Albright? Go ahead, D-Bot.
At what week do you say a defense is really good? Colts is number one right now. Oh shit, they good right now. I mean, it's it's the film, it's the numbers. If that backs it up, it backs it up. Who they're playing is who they're playing. You know, it's the schedule, it's the NFL schedule. It is what it is. You got to play with who you lined up across, and you see upsets every week. You know, you see teams come out and underestimate teams and get beat. So the last 2 weeks they came out and beat teams that they were supposed, in my opinion, that they were supposed to beat. I think they should have beat the Jaguars as well. But they're playing good ball, man. They played a lot more fundamentally sound last week. They tackled well, and they made plays on the ball. You win that turnover battle consistently, you got a great chance of winning. So I would say right now the Colts defense is very good. Very good.
I agree. You said it all. It all. Do you think Xavier Rhodes is back to his all-pro form?
You want to take it?
I want to see a little bit more.
Facts.
I want to see a little bit more. You know, obviously, it's playing well. The defense is playing well, so that helps. Having as a corner, as a DB, having a good defensive line that can help defensive back play as well. But like I said, he's playing good right now. But I just need to see a little bit more. It's week 3. Couple more weeks, keep doing what he's doing, making plays, and then you can go from there. Yeah,
I mean, I like it. I wouldn't say. I like it. You got 2 picks, a pick 6. Hey, he's playing great right now. I just want to see it obviously consistent. The first week out the gate wasn't good, and like we talked about that first week, I gave a lot of people a pass. And I've been high on the Xavier Rhodes signing since the beginning. If you can go back through some of my posts, I've been high on the signing. I actually asked Chris Ballard about him on Pat McAfee's show, and he spoke highly of him and his skill set and what he still had left in the tank. And I think he's going to keep playing well. And defenses, as you know, it starts up front. So if those guys keep getting after the quarterback up front, good veteran cornerbacks and safeties, DBs, they know how to play off that and how to make plays because they know that quarterback timing starts going off. So, and a lot of the NFL and sports in general, it's so much about confidence, man. So you go out and have a game like that, back-to-back great weeks, and you have that skill set, you have that athletic ability. The sky is definitely the limit for Xavier Rhodes, and he's in a good system to keep balling. Not a lot of stress on you as a corner in that system, so keep balling, my man.
Mm-hmm. D-Butt, question for you.
Jump.
As a corner
last week.
Yeah, as a corner out on an island, can you walk through the play from start to finish and what you're doing, like your leverage, your eyes, your feet, your hands, etc.?
All right, so corner, I'll start off with this. Playing cornerback on the outside is mentally the easiest position to play on defense. Mentally, probably outside of the D line, I'm not sure, but mentally, like knowing where you should be lined up, what coverage you spend, it should be easy. Either in a third, cover 3, man, quarter, cover 4, or flat, cover 2, right? Or some variation of those coverages. But actually physically playing it is probably the toughest outside of quarterback. So coming out as a corner, You want to check the down and distance. Obviously, you want to know you're on the field. Check your personnel, and then where that receiver is, where he lines up. That's what's going to tell you where your leverage should be. Based off your coverage. Some coverages you should always be outside leverage. Cover 2, you always got to be outside leverage. But based off leverage, if you get a wide split, I'm in man or something, I'll be inside leverage. So that's that. And then eyes, feet, hands, all that stuff is just technique, fundamentals that you've been taught from, whenever you started playing the game, whether that's high school, college, that stuff don't change. It's just about doing it, repetition, and doing it across from a guy that's been training just as hard as you all week, all year. So that's just what it's about, man. Once that ball is snapped, it's all about just trusting your fundamentals. But a lot of it is just knowing what you got coming out of that huddle and then just being aware.
Good breakdown.
Can you feel the heat down in my soul? Man, I can't wait to be shot the world.
Man, anybody trying to hear that?
I can't wait.
Another question. Is there a better cornerback duo than Marcus Peters and Marlon Humphrey? That's a great question. But 50 Rap, something that I kind of said not too long ago, that Chris Harris, Casey Hayward.
It's a nasty combo.
Nasty combo for sure. And then obviously down in Miami, you got Byron Jones. You also got
Xavier Howard.
Xavier Howard. So we got some good combos at the corner position out there.
We got you got Joe Hayden and Stevie Nelson. Stevie Nelson got to step it up. He's a baller though. He got to step it up this year. But I would go with Humphreys Peters right now. I would say that's the best 1-2 punch right now. Those two all pros right now. So they still playing well. We're gonna see him tonight on prime time. That pick that Peters had last week was unbelievable. So his ball skills, his uncanny ball skills, and then you got Marlon Humphrey who can play on the outside or the inside. I would go with that combo as the number one combo right now. And I think the guys up in New England too, you gotta always have them in the mix. And you got Defensive Player of the Year with Gilmore, you got McCourty still balling. J.C. Jackson is kind of one of those guys that's under the radar but always balling. So those guys all in the mix. Shoot, Jack Rabbit and Lattimore, if they on their A game, they could be a nasty 1-2 punch, but they kind of have some lapses here and there. But yeah, it's a lot of talented corners out there. I like watching play.
Yeah, for sure. Alan Randall, as fans, we always compare players. What does that look like in the locker room among teammates and other players around the league? What does that look like? I'm not exactly sure what you mean, but I
think he's saying what's the conversation amongst us? Like, do we compare players? What's our arguments back and forth? Maybe that's what he meant. If you can expand on that, Alan, but I'm assuming that's what he meant.
I know if comparing players. I mean, that's what it's about, though. It's about that competition. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And when you're looking at yourself or somebody else as a top player in that position, I mean, that's what you have to do. You have to compare their play to the next man. Obviously, we take the quarterback position. You talking about Russell Wilson, Lamar Jackson, Pat Mahomes, Drew Brees, Tom Brady, XYZ, you go down the list. And if you're talking about the top quarterback, you have to compare one player to another. So that's just what it is. I think in the locker room, I think we kind of take it amongst ourselves. I know I did, when I was playing, and you talk about top safeties, it's like, okay, where do I line up with these guys that's considered the best safeties in the game? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So that's just being a competitor. That's just being kind of honed in and keyed in to the game, to your position. So I think players that love it, that love the game, that love the competition, I think we kind of we welcome it. Like shit, it is what it is, So I mean, that's just kind of my viewpoint on it.
Yeah. So he said, that's what he was meaning. He's talking about comparing GOATs.
Oh, GOATs.
So yeah. So I mean, obviously current players. Antoine just broke it down. And then when you go to comparing GOATs, I mean, I feel like it's always going to be different opinions.
Yeah, it's going to be relative too.
Yeah, it's going to be relative. It's going to be different opinions. Guys, if you got guys who are 22 in the locker room compared to guys that's 34 in the locker room, like we may say, oh, Dion, it may say Revis, or you may say Rice or Moss or Julio, Ape. You know what I mean? It's just like basketball. A lot of people, I think, when you start to compare MJ and Bron, like it really comes down to a lot of like, how old are you, right? Because my brother 40, and no matter what he sees, he's not going to ever say LeBron is even at the same table with MJ. He can win 2 more titles right now. He's never going to even compare him. And I feel like the old heads wouldn't compare MJ to Kareem. So it's like it's always that age gap, but it's always some preference to it too.
Yeah, for sure. And then you got to think about, you can't, when you talk about the GOATs of the game, just say football, where you say, Tom Brady's the GOAT. Nah, Jerry Rice is the GOAT. They play 2 total different positions. You know what I'm saying? So the impact of the game from different positions, I kind of feel plays an important part in that as well. You know what I mean? So
for sure.
Good question though. This one, if AB the Yum, if you're playing single high safety in cover 3, how do you prevent getting looked off, and how do you keep track of both seams? Good question. When you playing that,
in the bathroom real quick. Be right back.
Man, single high. So if I'm in a single high, and one key thing for the safety is that you never want to overreact to the quarterback. When you're looking at that quarterback has his front hand on that ball, and as a deep high safety, I don't want to break until I see that front hand come off that ball. So I'm kind of paying attention to that front hand, and when that front hand comes off that ball, because no quarterback is throwing the ball with both hands on the ball. So when that front hand comes off the ball, that's when I'm reacting. And it just, make sure I'm staying disciplined, making sure that I'm in between my 2 ones. So that's how I kind of position myself as a safety. And when I say 2 ones, if you have a receiver to the left of the formation or the receiver to the right of the formation, I kind of want to put myself in between those 2 number ones. So if they're both out wide, basically I'll put them in the middle of the formation. So it's a single width formation. Single width means, say, it's a tight end on the backside that's within the formation. Then you have a receiver out wide. So you have receivers on one side, a tight end on the backside. So now I'm in between the tight end and the number 1 receiver. So again, I'm in the middle of the formation. I'm in the middle of my 2 number 1s. And right then and there, that will help me be in position with the seams. And then in just different defenses, say you have 2 receivers to the left of the formation, 2 receivers to the right of the formation. And in some defenses, you have an outside linebacker or down safety that will carry one seam, so that post safety can lean to the other seam. So it's definitely different variations in different ways where you can kind of handle the seams. But being in that post, don't get looked off. Look at that quarterback, and you break when he take that front hand off the ball.
Break that egg. That's one of my coaches used to always say, breaking that egg. That's a good question, though.
Great question. Fitty Rap, another question. What wide receiver scares you guys the most to line up against? Physical guys like Evans, Julio, route runners, release specialists like Keenan, Thielen, Adams, or speedsters like Hollywood and Hill and Ruggs?
I mean, I feel like the toughest guys to either game plan for or deal with for 60 minutes are the guys who never take a play off. You know what I mean? They never take a play off. They're out there. They're going to give it their best effort. I remember playing against like AB. AB and Julio probably during the time I was playing, I would say would be 1 and 2. And those guys, they didn't take plays off. And any play was could go for a touchdown. Short passes, long passes, intermediate, like every level of their game, they were at the top at. The only thing with Julio, I don't understand why he didn't score a bunch of touchdowns.
Yeah,
but I know playing against him, you still had to have 2 guys on. You still had to know where he was. Every coverage had to be catered to him. So I would say those guys. It's not really. I wouldn't say a speedster. It's just guys who bring different elements. Like if it's a guy who just runs deep, like we can handle that. If this is a guy who can just kill you and just move the sticks in the big moments in the game, we can handle that. But those guys that can do both, those are the toughest guys to play against.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Ace Buggy. Most impressive. Buggy. Most impressive defensive units to y'all thus far. Man, I like the Colts.
I will go with the Colts. Number one.
I like the Steelers.
Steelers look good.
I also like the Bucks, man. I like they secondary playing really good, man.
Yeah, young boys coming along. I'm gonna go with the Colts. I'm gonna just rock with the Colts for now. We got the top spot, so yeah, I got to rock with the boys until proven otherwise. We're the best defense in the league.
For sure.
Best in the league.
I'm trying to think of some other defense that's playing good right now.
I feel like a lot of teams putting up points, man. A lot of teams putting up points. So a lot of these defenses got to step up, man. But they're gonna find their groove.
Yeah, for sure.
What else we got? Hamilton 1787. The Packers continue to leave Kamara uncovered as the outlet checkdown receiver. Seemed like an obvious adjustment that they never made. The Packers play a lot of zone. When you play that zone coverage against a quarterback like Breeze, a lot of times they're going to take what the defense gives them. And when you're playing zone defense, that's what you want the offense to do. You want the offense to throw the check down so that you can rally as a defense and make the tackles. The problem comes when you don't make those tackles. You saw that long touchdown play by Kamara. Was it right before the half?
I think so.
I'm not sure exactly where it was, but that you had probably 5 missed tackles. Like that's unacceptable, regardless of whatever defense you're playing. But at some point when they're killing you like that, you got to make some type of adjustment. Maybe you go more to a man and just match him up with a good matchup. But you can't let him kill you for over 100 yards, regardless of what position he's playing.
Yeah, you kind of hit that on the head. Playing that zone, you gotta, you're gonna have a weakness and a strength to every defense. And when you play in the zone, the check down is kind of like D-Bud said, that's what you're giving up. And but when you're able to check it down to a playmaker like AK, that's the plus for the offense. But like you said on defense, man, you got to be able to make them tackles.
Got to. That's what you're getting paid for. He ain't no easy to do the tackle, so it's definitely a lot easier, saying it from this chair than it is out there on that turf. But that's what you're getting paid to do, so you gotta get it done. And with those guys, it's a group effort. These cats are too good to be making one-on-one tackles in in open space.
Text it to me. There was a play the Vikings ran in the red zone this week where it was that backside tight end and trips on the strong side. Tweet it to me. Make it happen.
Yes, boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. What else we got, man?
Pretty wrap. Another question.
Coach record prediction. I'm gonna go 11-5.
11-5.
I'm gonna go 11-5.
11-5. You probably win the
division.
Win the division with that.
I say they win the division, man. I say they win the division. Tennessee will probably be 10-6. Houston probably be 8-8. 9-7, something like that, but I'm gonna go 11-5, man.
11-5. Yeah, they'll definitely. I think they definitely make the playoffs. And then from there, man, it's about how your team is playing going into the playoffs. Like who's hot at the moment, who's hot, how you guys are playing, and then matchups. Who you gonna match up against. So hopefully it'll be favorable matchups for them at that point in time, and see where it goes from there.
Mm-hmm.
Any more questions?
A lot of people trying to jump on these bets. If you're trying to bet me in this Heat Lakers series, I need them same odds that they giving in Vegas.
Nah, man. We straight up, man. What we betting? What we at? You say you got Miami in 6.
Yeah, let me check these odds real quick.
Sure. You don't need no odds.
Nah, I need these odds, guys. These odds, guys. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So you the 5 point. Yeah, I need them 5 points. I need them 5 points. We lock. We'll bet it game by game, man.
Yeah, game by game. Game by game.
game.
Alan Randall got another question. MVP and Defensive Player of the Year predictions. MVP. You know what? I'm gonna go Russell Wilson. If he keep playing how he playing, I'm gonna go Russell Wilson. Just cause they was talking about before how he's never had a MVP vote. So I just feel as though this year he's gonna get plenty of them.
I'm gonna go. Russell Wilson look good right now, man. Russell Wilson look good. Josh Allen looks good. Lamar Jackson, like I said, looks really good.
Pat Mahomes, A-Rod.
Aaron Rodgers. That was my preseason MVP pick.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to stay with Aaron Rodgers. I'm going to go with A-Rod, man. I feel like A-Rod got something to prove. They went and drafted the young boy in the first round. And I think, obviously, you see a little fire on him. He's playing better than he's played in the last few years.
Mm-hmm.
They refuse. Can you believe in Aaron Rodgers' entire career, he's only thrown 2 touchdowns to a first-round pick?
That's crazy.
I think 2 touchdowns. That's wild, man. So those receivers are developing. I'm going with A-Rod, man.
That's not a bad pick,
yeah,
bro.
I'm going with A-Rod out in Green Bay.
Defensive Player of the Year predictions.
Going Aaron Donald, man.
Aaron Donald, that's great.
Yeah,
that's
I can't.
Great.
Watching this dude every week, man, it ain't even fair, man. I'm going Aaron Donald. Who you got? Who you got? Who else is out there right now? TJ Watt balling.
TJ Watt. I'm trying to think who else out there.
Oh no, yeah, I'm going Donald, man.
I mean, that's a good one. That's a good pick.
AD.
Van Albright. We talked about pay last time. How do agents get paid? Depending on what type of structure you got with your agents. Typically, agents get 3% of your contract. Some agents, if you work it out, you know that percentage could be different: 2%, 1%. And
sometimes you got multiple agents taking different splits.
Marketing, whatever, you know. So that's how they get paid.
Yeah.
But another one for you.
All right, DB. What's the difference? It's playing corner on the outside versus the slot. Like I said earlier, it's a lot simpler mentally, game plan wise. Playing on the outside, you kind of know what you're gonna get. It's just tough because you're on that island, right? So it's just you and that player. You always got your 12th defender, that sideline. So it's about you. How do you use that sideline? Because a lot of defense is about a lot of football is about leverage, and defense is about using your leverage, using your help, knowing where it is, and then adjusting accordingly. So being aware of that sideline. And defending that long ball, that's the biggest thing when you're on the outside. Because like I said, when you're outside the numbers, single high safety, like it's pretty much one-on-one out there, regardless of what the play call is. It could be a fire zone, it could be cover 3, it could be man-to-man. You pretty much one-on-one out there. At the nickel, you have someone either to the outside or to the inside of you. So you got to kind of use your leverage that way to kind of, you know, funnel that player to your help. You're more involved in the run game. Things happen quicker because you're closer to the quarterback. So that quick out route gets up on you that quick. And that those short area quickness players, you know, they have more room because you don't have that sideline now. So maybe that linebacker's gone, he's a man, or maybe that corner's ran off because he's a man. So now it's just you and him, and it's a lot more space. So I would say you got to know more as far as game plan wise. You got to know run gaps. You got to know all that stuff. So that's really the difference. So each one of them, you got your different things that that's going to be difficult about it, but you just got to figure it out. And guys that can play both, you know, the more you can do. That's a big weapon to have in your back pocket.
That slot real. I had a few days. Had a few days in that slot. The slot is real.
That slot real deal.
Damn, was in 1787. If you go back to Ravens 49er Super Bowl, the Ravens forced Cap to run inside or hand off inside, and then they delayed Ellaby on a run blitz as the 3-4 linebacker. All right.
Boys giving us a little throwback.
Against Lamar Jackson, would you always play contain to make him run inside or hand off inside? So that playing defense against that is I think you drive defensive coordinators, not all, kind of crazy leading up to the week, because everybody has to do their job. So like everybody's accounted for somebody. So as far as like the dive, your D-line got to take care of the dive, and just depending on what type of stunts you guys are running, you know, you have somebody that's that's accounted for the quarterback. So you know, just depending on what that your defensive coordinator is thinking, I will always say, you know, a playmaker like Lamar Jackson having the ball in space against outside linebackers, I will always say, you know, make him give it. You know what I'm saying? Make him give it to the inside, and just have, you know, guys rally to the ball. You know what I mean? Whereas, you know, have your outside linebacker, your defensive end sit at the line of scrimmage, and just, you know, make him keep it, and have, you know, make sure everybody else running to the ball.
The thing about that is the thing that makes it so difficult outside of Lamar Jackson being as talented as he is just playing assignment football every snap. I remember in college, like that 1 week we will play Navy, like that would be a completely different battle because you know, they played that option football, and it was just like if you were out of position one time, it could be a 50-yard touchdown. It's the same thing with Lamar. It's about guys playing assignment football. It's a lot of quick. Damn, did he hand it off? Did he keep it? People get, you know, caught up peeking, and if you're half a second late, you ain't got a chance. I mean, if you on time, a lot of people don't got a chance in open field with Lamar. So him having that element, and when you involve the quarterback as an extra runner, as an extra running threat, that changes the math for the offense. Because usually if a quarterback is just handing the ball off, the defense has an extra guy unaccounted for on defense. But if that quarterback is in the run threat, when he's faking, he's carrying out the fake, and he can also be a runner, that's another guy as a defense that we have to account for in the run game. So now it's even. You know what I mean? So now everybody got to win one-on-ones. And when you're playing against great players, you don't want to be one-on-one. You know what I mean? You playing against Julio Jones, you don't want to just have a guy one-on-one. And you blocking Aaron Donald, you can't have a guy blocking one-on-one. So when Lamar Jackson gets one-on-one with a guy, more times than not, he's going to win. So that's why it works, man, with Cap, with Lamar, with a lot of these guys, man. It just changes the map. Cam, it just changes the math. And he can pass.
Yeah, that's the great thing about it. There's so many options.
It will lead the league in passing touchdowns. So you got to deal with that. And you got to deal with the dude who can identify coverages and blitzes and throw to the right guy. So it's gonna be tough to beat that team this year.
Yeah. Well, shoot, man. A good hour in. Man-to-man power overreaction Monday. We got we'll have a good guest this week, man. Make sure y'all tune in on Thursday as well. You know, we're gonna have the watch along Thursday. Hopefully we have some good guests for you as well. Kenny Moore gonna be on the show this week.
Kenny Moore will be on there. Hold on, nah. No comeback, no playoff comeback for me. I can't do that. Can't do that to my body. It's a wrap. And coaching, too much time. Too much time and energy I have to put in the coaching, because if I'm gonna do it for real. So so it's something I wouldn't do. But I do consult guys one-on-one. I can also consult in groups, but that's kind of on my own time. But I still enjoy ball. I still watch film. Still like breaking it down. Definitely miss being out there, but it's a time and a place for everything. I had my time, enjoyed it. I had a long career. Not as long as Twan, but a long career, and enjoyed it. But that phase is it's a wrap for the kid.
Shit, I'm going.
My dog still rolling. He just ran 1400s today, probably.
Nah, not today. I did some victories today. So but that window, start at the corner of the end zone, run to the 50-yard line, like a V, like a corner
Okay,
end
so
zone to the 50,
back.
and then go to the other corner.
Okay.
Run a couple of them. But yeah, that window's closing though. That window is for sure closing. But again, like D-Bus said, as far as coaching wise, it's time consuming. Been playing the game for a long time, been away from the family. So that would be real selfish of me at this time, to do that. But if it was a high school team, that would ask me to come in and, try to get some opinions, some viewpoints or whatever. I think I could do that.
Yeah.
I definitely could do that. But
for sure.
Yeah. But
for sure, man. Appreciate y'all, man.
As always.
Hit the socials, man. Let us know what questions y'all got for Kenny. We'll have him on the show either tomorrow, Wednesday, most likely tomorrow, and the show will be put out later on this week. But let us know what questions you got for him, man. I'm sure he'll have some good answers. Appreciate y'all for rocking with us.
As always, salute.
We out. Go Heat. Heat 6.